Good evening. Cromwell Water Pollution Control Authority regular meeting of Monday, June 9th, 2025. I'm calling to order. I'm Alice Kelly, Chair.
Eric Zeiler, Vice Chair.
Jeff Oriel, member.
Neva White, member.
You have to
Okay.
turn your mic on.
Right.
Neva White, member.
Okay. Any changes to the agenda?
No, there's no changes to the
Okay, and with
agenda.
us tonight, we also have Dan Parisi, our sewer administrator, and Laura. Because I always have two of them, our clerk. And so there is no one else here we don't have our liaison from the town council. So, and I'd like to have a motion to approve the present agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And then, the minutes. Does anybody have any changes or corrections to the minutes?
No, I'll make a motion for the February 10th public hearing and regular meeting minutes be approved.
I will second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
No, you have to, you
have to
weren't there.
abstain because you weren't here.
Oh.
You weren't part of it.
Okay, you weren't part
Abstain.
of the commission, okay? Report of the chairman, I don't think that I have anything really to report. I'll leave that all up to our sewer administrator. Okay, Dan, you have anything to report?
No, not at this time.
Okay, moving on, citizens' comments? None, okay, let's move right ahead. Okay, new business.
Okay. Rock.
I'll put my name on the record once I get over there.
Thank you, Rock.
Rock. I like that.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, solid. I like it.
Turning them on.
You have to
Yep.
turn it on, then it has to
Takes a
warm up.
minute, yeah.
Yep.
We're still in the 1800s, but.
3. Hey.
There you go.
Semblance. Just for the record, I'm Rock Emmond, senior civil engineer for SLR International Corporation out of 99 Realty Drive, Cheshire, Connecticut, here on behalf of the applicant, Carrier Construction Incorporated. Here before you about the proposed multifamily residential development over at 186 Shunpike and Court Street. To give everybody some context, so 186 Shunpike is a 5.34 acre parcel. It's located at directly the intersection of Shunpike and Court Street. There has frontage along Court Street as well as Shunpike Road, as you can see on the display before you. We've recently just received inland wetlands approval, and we're currently under plan and zoning review. Will be heard next week on the 17th. We're here before you because we're looking to plan 2 multifamily buildings, each consisting of about 30 units each. They're going to be 3 stories tall, 10 units per floor, as well as a small amenity building. This is going to generate approximately 18,000 gallons per day, which is under your authority as a sewer commission, as well as part of the project, and I just want to emphasize this. So as part of the project, we have the 2 buildings as well as the courtyard space. This is the 3rd page in your packet, or 4th page. We're going to be installing a 8-inch diameter PVC main, sewer main throughout the property to serve the development itself.
I think though with that, you can even enlarge that,
Yep.
please.
Of course. So what's here is highlighted in green is the new main that we would be installing, as well as the sewer laterals that would connect to the main. They're all going to be typical standard PVC pipe, all built to Cromwell WPC standards, all in excess of 0.5% to maintain positive pitch towards the outlet. These will connect into a sewer main located on Court Street. If you were to look at the topography of Court Street, the high point is actually Shunpike Road. Everything's leading down, gravity goes downhill, you know how it works. From a WPCA perspective, we're just building everything to the WPCA specifications. There's been a review from your sewer administrator I think the only comment we received was checking the crossing cover between the storm and sanitary, which we have in excess of 18 inches of separation between sewer and storm, and that's the distance between top of pipe to bottom of pipe of storm, to make sure that there's a gap, it's not invert to invert, flow line to flow line. Manholes will be constructed per the Cromwell WPCA standard detail. There'll be pressure tests associated with everything, and when they're going through construction, there'll be coordination with the sewer authority to make sure they get all their inspections and approvals. It's kind of it in a nutshell. Once again, per your authority, we're looking at a generation of 18,000 GPD.
Right, and also because of this, we will then have a developer's agreement.
Yes.
Yep.
Once everything's been approved, I'll write up the developer's agreement with the bond and maintenance bond and all that.
Right, because there'll be, how many units then will come under that?
60.
60 total.
60
total, so
Yep.
that will be assessments and also,
Well, 60 plus the clubhouse would need a,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I think there's 2 bathrooms in the clubhouse, one male,
Okay.
one female. Yep.
Okay, does
and then
any-
you have,
There's no pool or anything, so
Yeah.
we're not generating anything
you have
crazy.
2 sewer manholes, right? One at the top.
We're looking
Is there
at,
gonna be any others in that long run from,
I think there's 4 total, because we
4
want to make
total?
sure that
Okay.
there's a less than a stretch of 250.
yeah, because I was gonna say that.
That way it's a nice clean
Yeah,
out.
the first bend, there's a manhole there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And it doesn't need any grinder pumps.
No, everything's flowing through gravity and going
That's
right
good.
where it should be.
Where are the manholes? Where the,
So at each major intersection, so kind of hard to see on, oh,
Oops,
apologies.
You're welcome.
that's okay.
Kind of designated by this circle here,
I got it, okay.
and if I stop clicking, it'll be fine. Actually, let's go to this sheet so you can see it better. On the actual plan sheet, they're designated by this sort of dash line around in the circle in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So usually we want to make sure that it's at every major bend, as well as not going anything further than about 350 feet, because it's 350 feet is kind of hard when you're trying to, let's say you had a clog, if you're trying to snake that or back that, that's kind of difficult for most vac truck affiliations. Usually they want to go 500 feet or less, and then even that, they might have to go from both sides. So we kind of typically go through that, as well as maintaining at least 0.5% for an 8-inch pipe. That way you have both cleansing velocity as well you're trying to move at least about 500,000 gallons per day at a minimum.
And are they going to have so that nothing can back up into the units?
Yes, there'll be backflow preventers installed per MEP code.
So Dan, that much volume on an 8-inch pipe, what is the, because you're gonna have washing machines, dishwashers, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff going on?
That's totally fine.
That's good?
The 8-inch just for the project, yes.
Yep. And that flows into what?
Court Street.
What's Court Street? Is that an 8-inch
I think that's
as
also
well,
an
or-
8-inch main.
Yeah, that's 8-inch also.
And there's plenty of flow downstream from that as well?
'Cause that's the end of the run right there,
Okay,
so
You
give
can pick
it
it
a
up
little
as new.
extra push down there.
okay.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions or anything? Are you satisfied, Dan, with everything that they
Yes,
brought
yeah,
before
he
you?
took care of all my comments, the comments I had,
Okay,
so I'm all set with it.
Okay. I don't have any questions. You got any questions?
Well, I got a lot of learning to do, so my question would be, where would be a good place to start learning all this stuff? Just in general.
So I don't know if I can speak as a person. I would highly recommend going through previous meeting minutes
Yep,
and see what they've done historically
Yep.
over probably the last 3 or 4 years. Start from there. That'll give you a background on what their philosophy is, as well as going through, I think there's specifications that the Cromwell WPCA has. Read through those. That'll give you a baseline of kind of where you want to jump off from. And then you can kind of, as a commission member, you can use that as kind of history and background that you can use towards making decision.
okay, appreciate it, thank you.
Of course.
and of course, we rely on
Our sewer administrator.
our sewer administrator, because we are not
Sewer people.
sewer people.
Right,
Right.
So, I mean, as far as,
You don't really
But we
necessarily
need to have, we need to have
understand
background so we could say,
everything
I don't
from
think that that
sewer.
sounds
Yeah.
exactly right.
Exactly.
But a lot of stuff, the specs and stuff are in the book.
In the book.
You can kind of go through and just kind of understand it.
Okay,
And then what we're here to do is just stay within our purview of sewer and regulations to make sure everything follows the regulations. And that's where we rely on Dan to set up some of the things, like if he came and said, I wanna do this, I wanna run 400 feet between holes, Dan would say, no, that probably.
right,
not."
he,
And then that
he's
would-
in charge of the physics of it,
Yeah,
correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, you're actually at a rare meeting because I've been doing it for like a year and a half and this is the first,
This is the
first
first
time
one.
we've had somebody
That's
like
right.
presenting something.
We haven't had-
Normally, we're about paying
How about
bills
that?
and the budget, and that's,
Right.
Right, because, you know, most of it has already been sewer, except for, that would have been
Yeah.
done a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think that anything else is, that I know about is on the drawing boards.
No, like the last few ones that I've done here is
Well, we
Cromwell
had the
Middle
school.
School,
Yeah,
the Landon,
it's been a while. There's
It's been a while.
It's been
yeah,
a while for anything.
Right.
yeah.
just those 4 houses,
Yeah, that was it.
5 houses, that's.
Yeah, on
Right, yeah.
Willowbrook, that's it.
On Hicksville at that time. And then on Willowbrook,
Yep.
right. Do you know that one went for $1,090,000? Moving on. Okay,
Make
like
a
to have a
motion?
motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed multifamily residential development, 186 Shunpike Road and Court Street, as stated, and following Dan Parisi, our sewer administrator's instruction, and make sure that there is a developer's agreement put in place as we move forward.
Right, but we're not really doing the development, we're only doing the sewer.
The sewer, correct.
Okay.
But make sure that we get
Right, yes.
that for our part.
Second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
I abstain. And let me know about, send me who you're looking at.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, thank you.
I'll reach out to them.
Okay, great. Okay,
Excuse me, line item transfer for, from snow damage, snow plow damage during winter operations. Taking, 4,000 from property insurance. And then 17,000 from other capital expenditures for a total of 21,000. Going into the contingency fund.
okay, but
What-
explain,
What was
please.
damaged?
There was some curb damaged, and there was, a couple, light poles, not the light poles, the light bases were damaged that they have to replace, dig up and replace
At the school?
at the
At the
new
new
middle school. This was all the new middle school from that project.
I just wanna let you know that I've already put a call in, cause I'm also on P and Z, to get the minutes and also to look at the maps, because I thought that they're gonna put in islands, and I thought at one of the meetings, we said there was not gonna be any islands. Now I hear there are supposed to be, so I've asked, Stuart and Bruce to go through the minutes as well as the maps, and see whether or not it was followed through and get our minutes to make sure that, because we had a long discussion about how hard it was going to have to plow
Yeah.
when you would have these middle islands, when there was really no need for them. But to make sure that everything went according to what I thought, so that's where we're gonna be, because this is going to be an ongoing problem with snow removal. Because they didn't put in granite,
Yeah, they just put in regular asphalt.
No, they put in concrete curbing.
Oh,
concrete curb,
cracks easy.
right,
Well, it chips easy too.
Yeah.
right, you know. I wonder if it's the same concrete that all those houses are falling down.
No, it shouldn't be.
So that's where that kind of stands, so, but,
So that was an expensive snow plowing year for us.
Yeah,
yep,
and I brought it up to the Director of Public Works, and I said, I asked them why we were doing it, because it was a construction project. And I guess back in their original meetings, before they started the school, they said that we would plow the schools, the new school, instead of the contractor plowing it, so.
So going forward, we may have to take a look at,
Mhm.
you know, sewer, I mean, you know, whether or not we will have our sewer trucks in, things like that, and so it'll have to be it'll have to be a discussion.
Yeah,
whether
I
or
have to
not-
review it, yeah.
Right, so, you know, whether or not, because we're not gonna be picking up every year.
Oh, not every year. I think this is, the main reason is because it's a new school, the new parking lot. I think that's what they brought up.
Well, if they're gonna have trouble hitting the curbs all the time, it's not gonna be because it's a new school, it's
Well,
because,
this is because it's a new school right now. But in the future, I told them too that it's gonna happen because it's concrete curb, you know, it's gonna happen again.
It's gonna happen this winter again.
Yeah,
right, but I mean, why should we be the ones that come out of our budget? We didn't design it,
no, I know we didn't design it.
okay, so we'll have to move on from that.
I'll make a motion to transfer $4,000 from the property insurance fund and $17,000 from the other capital EX fund into the $21,000 into the contingency sewer usage to cover the expense of the damages due to the snow removal.
I'll second.
Okay, any comments? Okay, if not, move a vote to approve?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and you can vote,
Aye.
okay. Unanimous, okay. So the next one is, whoops. Old business. How is,
Evergreen, it's moving along. I talked to the town attorney, they're getting all the paperwork ready for the easements. And in finding that, they found out where she caught something that the engineer didn't catch. The new medical building, 70 Shunpike, they thought that was still part of 162 West Street. So they had to redo the easement map for 70 Shunpike and then 162 West Street, which he just got back to me today.
Okay.
And and he forwarded it to the town attorney. So
So that should be wrapped up soon.
that should be wrapped up soon.
Just for background content, could you expand on Evergreen for our new members,
Yeah.
so she's aware of what we're doing?
Part of Evergreen Road sewer relief, there's a sewer that goes down between the houses, down to Route 9, the on-ramp, and then crosses over, it goes to Shunpike. There was a problem a few years back with it backing up because of too much flow and all that, so we designed through Cardinal Engineering a larger pipe going down through the easement.
So I'm thinking Evergreen Road. This is Evergreen Road by where the
By
farm?
Shunpike, just off of Shunpike Road,
Okay, so right at that corner, Shunpike versus Evergreen.
yes.
Okay.
Where you go down the hill.
When you get down the hill, just at the bottom of the hill, just before Copper Knoll.
Okay,
The sewer, there's an easement that goes down through between the properties, follows the brook actually, down through there, and then goes underneath Route 9.
okay.
because where does that come from? The pump station up on Shumpike? Is that
Yes.
the main
Yeah.
trunk line?
Yeah,
So I wanna
yeah.
give,
Yeah, that's part, yeah.
right, but
Comes-
so it isn't just, it's how
It
we go
takes a
from the
larger
pump
area.
Right,
So it's coming down there, and so making the pipes bigger. So we had to get additional easements, a temporary additional easement and a temporary permanent easement. Because one part of it, they're gonna be running a whole new pipe down, so there'll be two pipes, but only one will be active
Through wetlands.
through the wetlands.
Are
Which we
there
already
two,
went,
are there two that are gonna be running at the same time ever?
no,
Okay.
just one. They're gonna plug the existing one once
Rather than
the,
take it out.
rather than
Yeah,
taking it
it'll
out.
be
It'd
cheaper
more
that way.
Damaging to the environment.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all the digging and stuff, okay, yep.
And so when are you going to get the easement documents?
probably next week. She was out today. I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
And
Yeah.
who's our lawyer?
Jody Driscoll is the one we are
Okay.
dealing with at the town attorney.
And then, so when the documents come up, then you're going out to talk to the property owners?
Yep,
And who's going to do that?
me, the engineer. Me and the engineer.
And what
We,
engine?
we sent letters to all the property owners
Okay.
already. So they know that it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get, there's only one feedback we got was from Summerbrook. He sent, actually his attorney sent us a letter, so that was forwarded to our town attorney.
Mhm.
So once they get all that done, it's gonna be all sent back to them with, the amount that we're gonna give them money for,
You mean the
the appraisal part of it.
appraisal?
Yeah,
How much we're gonna give them for the temporary easement and how much for the,
Yep.
the permanent easement.
Yep.
And then once that's all finalized, we can go out to bid. And then I talked to Cardinal, last week, they're like 98%
ready to go.
ready to go soon as we get the easements back.
And who made the appraisal for the property?
I got a price from the town assessor.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a price per square foot, per acre, per square foot. So I used that towards the square foot of each of the easement parts.
Okay.
So are we looking to go out to bid by next meeting, or you think by August? What's
By
your-
August,
August?
yes.
Okay.
And how long then do you think this will take? Say that we go August 1st, I'm just,
Maybe
Probably not start till September.
It won't start till September, middle of September, 3-4 months.
oh, okay.
That actually might not be bad if the ground freezes. It will
Yeah.
be less,
Yeah,
Less-
it all depends on
issues.
how much water we get too.
Correct.
Rain,
yeah,
so,
okay,
Okay,
all right?
all right.
thank you.
Thank you. No bills, no
No,
correspondence?
no. I
Oh.
checked with Cardinal 3-4 times, there's no bills, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, receivables, are these okay?
Yes,
How are we doing, because we're coming now to the end of our year?
It's almost here. A couple more weeks.
yep. So if you look at, we took in $1.6 million for the sewer assessments. That
Is,
put-
is this on our?
10A.
Yep.
10A, okay, got it, thank you.
There's a couple 10As though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's like, the last page of 10A.
The
we're
last
at-
page of 10A.
We're at 87%, almost 88% now. Collection.
So that's a lot better than where we were running with 600 people not paying us.
Yes.
So do we have an update on the delinquent stuff that we had discussed, I think, back in February? And
Yep.
we've obviously made some
That's in 10A,
headway.
the second page.
Yeah.
It shows you from 2019, how many delinquent. There's 6 in 2019 still.
Yeah,
And he catches up on everything. So he keeps, Brian's right on top of it.
yeah. Okay. Well, I think we were at, for this year, 24, we were at 600 and something now, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
2/3 collected, so that's
Yes.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Because we can't have a huge shortfall, because then that makes our budgeting very difficult to do.
Right.
When
yes, it does.
82% pay and the rest don't.
Right.
We can't budget that way.
But is there any that you know of that's been delinquent for quite a few? How much?
Well, there's 6 from 2019 that are still delinquent.
Okay, but what is their delinquency, do you know?
Well, $2,000.
Yeah,
It's only two, so it's gotta be homeowners.
But we got the
Yeah,
big
they're
one
right.
from the motel.
oh, yeah, he
10,000.
got that, he got that
Right, but there isn't
straightened out.
anything out there that's $3,000 or $4,000 that is owed?
No.
Okay,
Most of these, Alice, it looks
Right.
like they're individual
They're
home,
individual.
or maybe like a multi-unit or something.
Right.
They're all divisible by $200 and $300, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing with the hotel, I guess it was the problem where it was, the bill was getting sent. They weren't getting the bill, they kept saying.
So the hotel would have been the old red lot?
No,
correct?
no,
No.
the one across the
Comfort-
street.
The Comfort Inn.
The
Comfort.
Comfort Inn.
That's right.
They said they weren't getting the bill properly, but they were somehow, like, last year or the year before, they paid it.
Mhm.
So Brian got it all straightened out and they paid the bill right.
oh,
So-
good, good.
So
And
they're,
then you had to pay the penalties and interest and
yeah,
everything.
the
right?
lien and all that, yeah,
Yep.
Otherwise, we're gonna foreclose.
Yeah, it is what it is.
turn off their valve.
Well, that's,
Okay, no bills and
Okay.
correspondence. Does anybody have any questions or anything for? Okay, and
well, I'm
Amanda?
gonna ask my one question. So it's nice out, tar pits are open, right?
I got a call into them.
Okay.
I
All
told
right.
him to do-
I'm not releasing his bond until that road's fixed.
Oh, I'm not releasing
Oh.
it either.
Cause I'm tired of driving down there and it's like a washboard. And I can't imagine, you know, you talk about damaged snowplows going down there
Oh.
and that thing lifted.
Yeah.
That's not right. They should fix that sooner than later
Where are you talking about?
on,
Evergreen, I mean Willowbrook
Ever-
Road,
Put those 6
Ever-
houses in.
the 6 houses, the new ones, from Evergreen, off of Evergreen to Willowbrook, on your right-hand side.
Okay.
They dug up
Coming
the
from
road,
Shumpike.
put a pressure line in, put the sewer cap up about 2, 3, 4 inches higher
Mm.
than it should have been. and- Yeah, so.
How are they gonna fix that? I mean, as
They-
far
they're
as the
gonna
road
have to-
goes.
You gotta put the right ring in. You gotta
Well,
put,
they
reduce the
got
ring.
their right ring in there, they're gonna have to reshape the road so it works better, so it's gonna fit.
Oh, okay.
He says he can do it, so.
Okay,
Who is he?
The contractor that installed it.
okay,
We have his bond for the road cut, so,
okay,
that too.
all right,
I mean, I'm looking at their sidewalks.
yeah. Yeah, they're, yeah, a little dippy.
Right, but that's not under our purview. Our
No.
purview is sewer.
Yep.
And how much do we have, I don't remember, for the bond?
114,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, will that even fix the road?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that will, yeah.
It's not that far. It's literally a house and a half, maybe 2 houses long.
Oh,
Not
okay.
even. And then the sewer itself, I mean.
Yeah, then it goes into the property.
It's not that hard to, they should just, well, I don't understand why they don't just take the ring off and put the right size ring on and lower it to the regular size of the road, and then you don't have to do anything.
There
If
is
you-
no ring.
Yeah, there's no ring that they.
So they built it too high.
Yes, they actually moved the manhole 3 feet south.
Come up to the mic.
Sorry, I'm Wayne, I'm the
Yep.
sewer foreman. They actually moved the manhole 3 feet, south. That raised the manhole 2 inches higher. He had the right parts, he had everything, it's just.
He put it in the wrong place.
He moved the manhole.
Okay.
Can he move it
You can
back?
Fix it.
No,
Oh,
cause everything's in it. Like Dan said, he's gotta go so many feet either way, cut a keyway in, and just blends it in.
Yeah.
oh, and it
All
will,
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
okay, so then it will be,
He also has to replace the frame, cause the plow broke the frame.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with that
Yeah.
sticking up, there was no asphalt around it. It was just sticking up like
He
that.
actually made it worse by ramping it.
Yeah.
He should have never, he just.
so when is he gonna move on that?
I gotta get back on him again.
Yeah, asphalt's open. That's why I didn't do it in September.
I've called him
We're
a couple
closing.
times, so I gotta call him again.
Okay,
I should tell, engineering call him, cause they're the ones for the road permit too, so,
Oh, you mean the town engineer?
yeah.
Right. With that, because he did something, is there a date, is there a piece, I mean, can you charge him so much so he hasn't done work?
No,
No?
no, it's in his, it'd be
No,
his
it's just-
bond, right?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what the bond is there for.
And if he doesn't do it within a certain period of time, can we bring in another contractor to do it?
I'd have to talk to the town engineer on that.
Well, then I would talk to the town engineer on that, and then just say is, you know, if you're looking to get any of your bond back, you're out of luck. Cause we're bringing in a
He
competent,
needs to be motivated before fall and we start plowing again.
Right.
And he needs to be done this season.
right.
It really does.
Yeah,
I mean, they built it wrong, they need to fix it.
This
Not
is-
put it off and kick it down the road until.
Well, this is June,
I
it
know.
should be done by September.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
If not, tell them we're gonna be looking at another contractor, and also put your feelings out for another contractor. That's how I look at it.
The contractor is in town, he has been working with at the middle school hauling material for new build construction.
The one that did,
Yes, Holden.
oh, that gives me warm feelings, not? Okay, all right, so
Yes.
get on his case, I mean, what is he doing over there, Wayne?
He's hauling in,
They're hauling
Gravel,
material
dirt.
in and out for Newfield or Mather Construction.
Okay, and where's his place of business?
I'm not sure where Holden's out of.
East Windsor,
Oh, Holden? They're
Yeah.
right up on Broadbrook Road.
yes.
Yeah, I know where they're at. Big
Not
facility.
Broadbrook Road, that was his father's.
Oh,
And they,
That was Herb Holden.
yes. And
This is a son.
The son,
Okay.
sons, they split off from the father for reasons.
Gotcha.
So what's the father doesn't do any more work?
No, the father passed away
Oh.
Yeah.
sorry.
3 years ago,
Oh, okay.
2 or 3 years
So
ago.
the two brothers working together?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, well, just let them know they
Yeah.
got a job to
And
do.
by the way, when you're letting him know, do it by letter. And I want it to be certified and I want it to be signed for.
Okay.
Paper trail, paper trail.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want the road fixed the way it should be.
Well, no, I
They
know.
dug it up, they should fix it.
Right, but also,
I hate when contractors dig up the road and they leave it like
Right.
crap, and then the town's left to
right.
flip the bill for it.
But
when they
that's
should've done
why,
it.
so that we have it so that he knows that we mean business. Okay, anything else that would like to come before?
Nope.
Motion?
Make a motion to adjourn at 6:31.
We never offered citizen comments. Did you want to say something?
What?
No, we did citizen comment before we went
Oh,
to,
Where is?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we did. Wait, you have something?
I don't need to say anything.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't need to get into trouble.
okay.
okay, thank you very much for coming and welcome aboard.
Thank you, thank you. I hope to be a valuable asset once I get my brain around all this stuff.
I
Hey,
would just kind of read through the
Yeah.
manual there. get
Yep.
familiar with the- So again, the dates are in, should be in there for the next meetings in one of the pages, and I would go back.
In here, you think? In
Oh,
here?
yeah,
Okay.
They should be in there somewhere. If not, just double check Michelle puts them in. I'm pretty sure she does.
I can get
If not, just get a copy.
did you get a copy?
Okay.
You must have gotten the meeting
Right
notice.
there.
Did you get the meeting notice?
Right there, there's all the meetings.
Got it.
6 o'clock here, and on the next one's July.
Did you get the agenda for tonight?
Yes,
It was mailed,
mail to me, yes, got it.
okay.
I
Right,
would,
and did you get the email for tonight's agenda?
No, I don't think I did. If I did, I didn't have a chance to look at it, though.
Well, first of all, give,
she has it because she got on the thing and replied, so she's got all of our email addresses. Yes.
I wanna make sure,
Just the one you got on Friday.
right,
Let me just look and make,
no, I
and,
wanna make sure that we have a right email.
okay, wait a minute, so, Michelle Millardo,
There you go.
let's see. So I have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 members on the council here? Is that what it is? From Michelle?
Al Waters is the one that represents us for the town council.
Okay. Bizez one at Hotmail. Who's that? Okay.
That's me.
Oreo GGG.
That's me.
Right here.
That's you. Okay. There's me. Then there's Razan Yearwood.
No,
No,
right, that's the one we're looking
we're
for.
trying to
That's a new
make
member,
sure he's
not
on.
here yet.
Okay.
But I'll get
Missing in
onto the
action.
town.
And then there's Chris Coelho, and that's all I have. And that's you. Okay.
And you don't have Alice Kelly? Any Kelly?
Alice Kelly's the first one. Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just wanna make sure that, you know,
Yep.
Did you approve the motion to adjourn?
I did.
yes.
Did you?
I'll second it,
Second.
because I questioned.
Actually, you don't need a motion to adjourn, it's just that, but we can have one.
Yeah.
I think by
6:31 was the
Robert's
time.
rules, once you make a motion to adjourn,
Who's the secretary? Who's